All right, cool. Yeah, this is my initial idea of some of the issues dealing with the map editor, which is fine. It has nothing to really do with the editor itself, other than be able to traverse very large maps, and it gets very cumbersome to do so. So, if you took a look at the file structure, and I believe I do have this up, here's the raw folder, and 00 is this is just a chunk tile of grass. And as you can see, this would be like right here in the corner of this image here on this map I got on the paint here. So again, this is 0 and -1. It would be 0 and -1. So this one's going to be up 1, this direction, right? Because we're going to go positive this way and positive down, okay? And or quad 4. So the basic file structure is all these pieces make up little chunks in boxes somewhere, and their file name represents their location, and the file contains the information of the tile. So if this was just strictly a grass tile, a dirt tile, the rock tile, um, and the cobblestone tile, I think is what we get. If you just made a full chunk of that and saved those, then technically, if you wanted to, you could just pull out a paint program and paint green, gray, brown, and whatever color for the rocks, orange or something, I don't know. And if you paint these little pixels out, you would be able to extract those pixel locations and replace those with those individual chunks, right? So technically, you could take a bitmap crudely and sketch out your world. Now, the problem is you'll have to go right into Codex, log in, go to the world creator, that's all fine and normal. You get into the map, and there you are right here in the center at 00. And you're like, oh, well, the center 00 is over here. So you'd start off right here on the map up here. And you want to come over here and you want to do some editing and like this chunk area down here in like 8045. You're going to be dragging the map quite some time to get to that location. Okay, so how do you solve these issues? Well, we could do it in the client, but we don't have access to that. But luckily, these are just like puzzle pieces, right? Basically, like tile mapping. This is just the basic structure of, like, of what I see how this is working. I haven't fully dug into the data, and I'm not going to really get into what these file things. If we just open one up, yeah, you don't want to read that. So that's pretty much the topic one here of the tool. Now, when working with a map with like a team, right, other people, and this is where this example comes in. Again, here's our map. We're starting off at 00. We've got our map done. Players are on it, running around, having little adventures, whatever. And my guy that comes in and says, hey, I can make dungeons and things like that, and you get your dungeon. Well, you could load this dungeon up right here, you know, um, on a separate server in the cluster. And then you can send player A over to here, back and forth, using that tech. But what if you wanted it on the same map? The problem is that when this guy made it, you tell him, well, we want this map to be over here, right? So you have to drag all the way over and try to guess if you're in the right location so that when you paste this information in to your wall folder, it doesn't overwrite any of these because these location numbers are all individual, right? So how do we solve these problems? Again, these files contain all the data. The numbering system is all in the files. So really, if I wanted to move this 00 to the right 100 pixels, 150, I just change that to 150.0. So you see how that works. So what we need, and I'm going to start working on, is that I'll be able to take a raw folder like this, and I will be able to run an offset and apply the offset to each and every one of these files and shift them to whatever location and coordinate system we want around our main map. Um, and then you'll be able to cop that into your raw and then load that back up in the editor. And then if you really want to jump over there, that's fine. So in essence, this can be put a little further, and I want to iterate that as well. This little section right here where it says like 2010, this, we wanted to move this right here. Probably not better to do that. I'm going to get the line thing out here, just an example. So we want to move our artist stuff over here. We already discussed how to do that. We just offset these values from 0, 0, whatever, shift them, and we should be able to get it to land right here. Now, the other cool thing about this is, as well, like me, I talked about it, combat arenas. Well, what if you make one arena and you spent, I don't know, 5 hours making it? Go make the next one. Yeah, exactly. Holy crap. And you want 10 of these? Oh, jeez. Click, 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 click. I believe it should be simple enough. Again, I've already tested it. It works out fine. I could just take that little thing and then do a grid generation. Maybe get enough padding between them so that players can't see the arena on screen. They might be able to see it up on the map, but you see what I'm getting at, right? So you could just stamp out 30 arenas and then place them anywhere you want on your singular map. And writing this tool shouldn't be that hard. You're just taking stuff in a folder and changing the numbers over. And if you copy paste into the raw of your original map from like what I was stating, you'll immediately get an error because it'll be like, oh, we're overwriting a file. That means that you didn't offset enough and now you're writing over your original map. Setting up tools to take care of these things, you can see what I'm getting at. But I'm pretty sure it should be simple and easy to take what I'm talking about and package it up into a simple web format. I could probably get away with doing this in an in-game UI. But again, I'm not sure which route I want to take. I just don't want it to be like a basic DOS command. You slap it in, type in, Yeah. So let me know what you think. If anybody's interested in this, I want to like mess around with this weekend and see if I can't get up basic prototyping of this system. That way, yeah, I think it might be a neat tool to have. Again, let me know. I'm going to get to work on this, and thank you for watching.